Good morning, everyone. How's it going today? It's Carrie Buttenberg here. I wanted to jump on and show you my absolute favorite #1 product of LimeLight by Alcone. And this has been what I've been looking for years. And I just couldn't find it with another company. But I found it with LimeLight. And I fell in love. Good morning, Stacy. Thank you for joining me. If you're hopping on, say hi, say good morning. Thank you for joining. So this was the #1 product that I fell in love with immediately the first time I even tried it. And I know tons of other people have. It's one of our top sellers. And they're all back in stock. So I'm excited. It is our foundation. So it comes in a little pan like this. See how thick it is though? And this right here, you can kind of see there's maybe a little tiny dip there, but not too much. Good morning, Amanda. Thank you for joining me. I've been using this for probably at least, I would say almost 2 months. But I am 2 different colors, or in between with the summer, so I do use this other one down here that I have, so with these two together. But I do have a lot of the colors in stock here, so I can definitely help color match. But I'll show you why this is my #1 favorite product. Let me get my brush here. And I just got my LimeLight brushes, and I got the buffer brush, which I've been applying my foundation with that, and I absolutely love this brush. Love it, love it, love it. This is a must-have. So our foundation is 50% pigmentation. You cannot even purchase above probably 22, 23% from anybody else. Any store, anywhere else. So, because these are professional grade products, so 50% pigmentation. What does that actually mean? It means that you need a little tiny bit of it, and it goes a very long way. And it helps cover without being cakey, without even looking like you have foundation on. And it's a wax-based, so it is not going to sit and clog your pores. It's just going to sit like kind of right on top. Good morning. Stacy, I do have my blender full, and before I got my brush, probably like a week ago, I always use the blender full. I mean, I like both of them. With the brush, I guess you have to be a little bit more careful of not getting too much foundation, because really, with this foundation, a little bit is better than a lot. So you want to try to just use as little bit as you can. I do still use my blender full, which is this little guy. I use it, I've already put my concealer under my eye, so a lot of times I will use that to kind of blend a little bit of that out, but I've been trying the brush and I've been really liking it, enjoying it. They both work great, so I guess it depends on really what your preference is. If you like more of a sponge, I do dampen it, so that helps. It doesn't soak up a lot of product, and then it helps to blend and stuff too. And since our wax is wax-based, it does warm with the touch of your skin, and so that is going to help to blend it. It blends really nicely too. So this is going to give you a nice flawless coverage with hardly any product on your face. So what it's going to do is going to give you more of a natural look, and it really does feel like your skin. Thank you everybody for joining. Good morning, Mom. Thank you for joining. It feels just like your natural skin and looks like it. It doesn't look like you have a whole bunch of foundation on your face. And like I said, I absolutely fell in love with it. So since a little bit goes a long way, this pan right here is $36. But like I said, I've been using this pan for probably 2 months now, and there's still tons of product left in there. So I mean, if you don't get probably like, I don't even know what the recommendation like to use it, but 6 months, maybe sometimes even a year if you are not using that often. And you can sanitize these, so it's okay to have it a little bit longer. And also, as you can see, it is going down towards the middle because that's where I like to use it. Because I do have like, because you can do it with our concealers too. Because I have like my one concealer right here See how it's kind of touching the pan there? Since these are wax base, what you can do is you can heat those up. And I know some people put them on their straightener. I haven't gotten to do any of it yet because I'm still, you know, I still got quite a bit left. You can put it on your straightener. You can put it on like I know some people do it on a candle warmer. Some people do it on a pan on their stove, low heat. But if you just warm this up just a tiny bit, it melts all the way back down into a flat surface. Looks brand new again. So you can really get full use out of all of these. You can buy these individual, but then you can also buy them in like collections and stuff, which my collection here I took it out so I could show you. But you can do like a foundation and then the 2 concealers, which like again, like I was saying yesterday, all of our palettes, can really be switched out to whatever you want, and if you use one up, you just replace that one. You don't have to replace the full palette, so that's really nice. Oh, Amanda, you got to try it. Everybody had been talking about the buffer brush, foundation brush. Like, do you mean the buffer brush, or do you mean the... Oh, I have it in the other room. The other like flat foundation brush. Are you talking about that one, or are you talking about the buffer brush? The foundation brush, I actually used it last night for my Mask of Zen. I put my mask on with it, so it got like more of an even coat. I kind of liked it. That was the first time I had tried it. Or the flat foundation brush, I also like to, if I've done my makeup, I kind of like to swipe that clean brush under if you have any like fallout. So, yeah, I think, sorry, sometimes I have to write myself notes because sometimes I get off track, and I really, there was a lot of specific good points about the foundation that I absolutely love that I wanted to share with you. So sometimes I just have to look back at my notes because I really want to get this information to you, and then sometimes I get off and I'm like, oh, I forgot to say this. But what I have learned, okay, so this is my favorite product. Hands down foundation. I have used stuff from Sephora. I have used expensive stuff. I have used cheap stuff. I have used everything in between trying to find a foundation that worked for me. And I had not found one. And like I said, until I found LimeLight and found this. Absolutely amazing. Everybody needs to try it. You just have to. And like I said, all the colors are back in stock. I have tons of them. If you want samples, if you want to get color matched, we can do that. But, here's a big but. I have learned, since joining LimeLight, I had never cared about my skincare before. I would maybe wash my face, try to at night, sometimes in the morning. I would maybe use a face wash. I had used other product lines that they just, like, because I am very acne prone. I have oily skin. I've tried Proactive. I've tried tons of other lines. They would just dry my face out, and I just never had good luck with skincare. And so, of course, my makeup never looked good anyway. But I am absolutely in love. I did not even hardly know about LimeLight's skincare until I joined, and I started using the products. They sent full products to me, and I fell in love. I absolutely did. I really love the skincare, and it's affordable. It doesn't dry your skin out. It is so nourishing, and what I have noticed is my application of my foundation, my makeup is so much smoother, looks so much better. You have that nice glow, healthy. It just, I can't stress it enough. No matter what kind of foundation you're looking for, it's not going to look good if you're not taking care of your skin. So, enough about that. Let me show you how this little baby works, because it's amazing. I do have my other color over here, so I'm going to dip a little bit in that one, and then I'll dip in this one. But, so to show you though, I just take my brush, and I literally just swirl it a couple times. Like, I'm hardly even putting any pressure on that at all. And sometimes I even have to make sure not to get too much product, because that's when you're gonna get it looking kind of like, I get more grease and oily, but that's because I'm really oily stuff too. But look at that, it's just like magic. I'm hardly pressing, using this little buffer brush. Mom, I know that you just got your foundation today or yesterday, so I'm really excited for you to try it out. Let me know what you think. But yeah, so since it's the wax base, like I said, it warms with your skin and blends so nice. Sometimes I have to look in my mirror over here so I'm getting it right. And then you can just go in and dip. But that was one little dip that I did in the other one, and then a little tiny bit more in this one, and it already, like, look at that coverage. The coverage is amazing, and that is what I've always been looking for, is a foundation that actually covers me, because for me, I feel like I need a heavy coverage. I don't like a light coverage. This is a light coverage, but it covers what you want it to because of the 50% pigmentation, and you can just not get that from anybody else. Like I said, the most you're gonna get is probably 22%, 23%. And that's just, I mean, you can just keep blending, and then you can go back in and dip right back in. See, I hardly even touched the pan, and you can see how much I just put on my forehead. It's crazy. I can't even get over it. It amazes me every single time that I'm putting this foundation on. I want to leave a little bit of I'll use a little bit of that to blend back over on the other side, and I do have a little bit of redness. I have not put any of like my correcting concealer on. I tend to like to put my concealer, everybody has their way of doing makeup and you got to just try what you like. I tend to like to put my concealer on over top of my foundation, because I feel like my face is so red that I would just be putting concealer all over my face if I tried to do that, which our concealer is waterproof. You can do it. I love doing an all over concealer face. If I'm going to probably do it this weekend, because we're going to be outside. We're going to be maybe in the pool. It's going to be hot, and that's not going to go anywhere. And I'm taking a little bit more extra time to blend this because I'm talking to you guys, and like our concealer and stuff is 50% pigmentation. Our eyeshadows, that's why you need a little tiny bit, and it goes a very long way. So that's like why this pan is going to last you for a long time. And it's, so this little one, $36. I know the ones that I was buying previously were a lot more than that, and they were maybe lasting me 2 months. And they were not giving me this kind of coverage at all. Mom, I would say for right now I'm really liking the brush. I'm loving the brush, actually. It's really all preference. I think they both go on amazing. This brush too, they both give you a flawless kind of finished look. They both blend very well. The brush, however, I would say the sponge, you're going to want to probably replace your sponge maybe every 3 months, because the sponge does break down. The benefit of the brush, these are vegan, top of the line professional brushes, and they are going to last you. I mean, this brush is probably going to last me at least 10 years, if not longer, if you properly take care of it. I would say a good rule of thumb is to try to wash them once a week. So like Sundays are my brush washing days. If I happen to not get to do it on that Sunday or so, I mean, I do go 2 weeks, but I would not go longer than 2 weeks. And because it's going to really take care of those bristles, and that's when it's going to last you a long time. I have a couple other brushes that I didn't take care of that I haven't bought, that I bought before LimeLight, and they were better brushes, but they get hard and stiffened and stuff if you don't take care of them properly. So I guess that's the biggest difference too, is this buffer brush is going to last you forever, and it gives you a nice flawless coverage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. So there, I'm just going to do half of the face for you. I'm going to try to keep this a little bit shorter. I know my one yesterday got a little bit longer. But I just wanted to show you that, like, look at that coverage. And that is just a little tiny bit of foundation that I'm using. So it's going to help blend and last me. I do need to put some of the concealer on. But, yeah. So that's hardly using just any product at all. Absolutely fell in love with this foundation. I think it is a must-have for everybody in their makeup bag. And I cannot love it more. I'm so thankful that I found this product. And another thing, one quick thing before I go. What I love about it too, like I said, it feels and it looks like your skin. I have a lot of freckles and stuff like that, that normally foundations, have to put so much of it on and everything that it covers up all my natural, like, beauty that I want showing. This does not do it. If you have beauty marks, if you have freckles, if you have like even the darker freckles, this is not going to look like you have a whole bunch of makeup on it. It's going to show those beauty marks through, and so that's why it looks so natural, especially for a lot of ladies that they don't want to. And myself, like in the summer especially, I don't want to look like I have a whole bunch of makeup on. I don't want people to look at me and say, oh man, look at all her makeup she has on. Like, I want a little bit more of a natural, beautiful look and finish. And it gives such a nice finish. So, there you have it. That is my #1 absolutely favorite product. So, I hope everyone has a great day. If you got any value out of this video, please like, share, or comment it. If you're not already, follow me on Facebook. And there you go. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.